Hello, everybody. I know usually this time I'm doing the astral gravitational report, but energies are energies, and one of the things are asking for certain things and certain situations. Talking about the balance, you probably see the photo of the clip. If somehow you get in it, I'm gonna try to post it here in the channel so you can download that photo and you can kind of like put it in the frame or even to see it for yourself and so on and so on. It's very special, particular for it. A little story about the background to this photo is when Mother Nature was calling, and I was just doing some things in there, and I was asking the answer: why do we didn't have the balance? Why we didn't have the things? And just sitting there doing the things, and that was the photo right there. You see it. You're not seeing it, but okay, that's much better. Just look at it in there. Look at what this is. Look at your journey and that little line in there. That is the river of life, your life that goes up, and the energies itself. That is your spiritual energy that comes in and goes makes a balance between you and life. So basically, you study your spirituality. And then what you have to do is when you travel in there, the material life is calling you for to do it, to have the other balance inside of you. So we're gonna be talking about is balance. We're gonna be looking at in these balances in there and why the balance is the key for it and some other stuff as well. But the balance begins first of all within yourself. And talking about this internal balance within inside of you is when you begin to create it with the truth to you. You need to understand the value of the truth within you, because the more you're truth within yourself and you're according to that truth, then you're in a balance with yourself. When you're lying to yourself, you're not a balance in yourself, and that reflects imbalance within others for it. You need to understand that the teachings right now is not about how you to do things, it's how to correct yourself, but mostly about why to correct yourself. And be mindful about all those energies that teaching you certain things and so on, because you're going to find that those are just the programs. You're programming yourself, then you have to reprogram yourself and so on. But that is a balance. So when I'm talking about the soul relationships, when I'm talking about the twin flames, is over the years and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, so many videos in there. Everything begins to evolve, even yourself. And when we're talking about this balance, here's what actually happens in there. You get your program, you get your downloads, you get your awakening, you get everything inside of you, which is that is the first part of that diagram when the spiritual energy goes all the way up, but your river of life is low. What happens when you are down low within yourself? You are what? You're looking up, right? You're looking up there. When you are right in here, that river of life, what are you doing? You're looking up. And from love, they give you the energy, they give you the awakening, they give you the love, they give you the program. They change everything inside of you. And you're beginning to overwrite everything. You're beginning to learn the proper ways. You're accepting it within your spirit, in your soul. You're accepting with everything that begins inside of you, and so on and so on. Then the time's passing by because you already have that curve that goes up. You learn everything, and then you accept everything until it comes in the time of the balance and that balance of life and that meeting point right there in the center. If you see that picture, That there in the center is when you begin to transfer that energy. That energy begins to go down. That is energy is going to be pushing and is trying to tell you to do the one things, you to do the actions. And since you don't do the actions, isn't there? You maybe do a certain actions or you do a halfway or something, is there into it. You are going into that energy of you're way too high in there, but that material energy is calling you. And then that material energy is telling you, come on, you have to perform, you have to be on this. And some of the people, they staying on the one energy without the performance. And they're losing those curves. You look at it, those curves, it creates the infinity sign, okay? But if you look at it deeply, and there, that is your DNA. That is one of the two opposite forces trying to merge in there. We was looking at into the DNA, and throughout these processes in there, within this balance, the balancing inside of you within the energy, it's leading you to that beautiful internal balance within yourself. And when you create these energies, because they are of these curves, in there, you finding that these two forces, what are they trying to do though? They're trying to steer the straight your line. As you see that forces, the one goes down, but the other one goes up. Right in here, that goes up. What are they trying? They're trying to put that universal line of life with yours because the energy right here, it's going down and it's trying to get you here of your timeline is the same. This energy of the material life tries to get you up into your spiritual existence, as the spiritual existence is bringing you down to your material life. Hi, darling. Hi, love. I'm glad to see you here. And love you. Love you. And you see that there is going to be at these moments of times that you're wondering what happens because they're going to be merging. That is the part of your union in there within yourself. You're performing the base of this because over the time of within your in yourself, those two energies, that separations line and that big curves, that is, it's gonna shrink, 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 and then they're gonna be united within yourself. Then there's gonna be a balance. There's not going to be a disbalance in there. Now, the disbalance is going to be coming in from an outside. How you're going to be reacting on that disbalance of outside is how you're going to be learning to keep it up that balance within yourself because the balance brings the inner peace within you. If something is not right, you need to go ahead and troubleshoot exactly this diagram. Where are you standing at? What are you trying? What are you fighting? Are you opposite fighting within this? Because when the energy is trying to merging within you, and you're like, no, I don't like this energy. I don't want this energy. It's you who don't want it, who you're rejecting it. And then instead of shrinking it, that energy is down within you, you're going to be expanding it. And I was talking about here within two people today about it for it. And Karen, thank you for coming in. Grande came. Thank you for coming in. CF brother, thank you, and thank you for all of you who's watching in there. And I was talking about exactly this balance in there, because this diagram, when you look at it all the time in there, is talking about a lot of stuff. Brings that two opposition forces there playing within you, but at the same time, when you get this, how about them apples? Just like this. That's how your DNA is evolved. This is the diagram of evolution, guys. You balance yourself out, you're gonna be evolved. Your DNA is improving. Your DNA begins within a balance of the force. It keeps going up. So much, when I was staring at that thing, and there, I was just doing it. It brings me so much peace. It brings that internal peace within the soul and brings that balance for it. Hi, Purity. Glad to see you. Long time no see here at Jump. And over the time, over the past 2 days, this balance begins to really put it into force because it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, you keeping up your balance. The balance that comes in with the divine within you, within the material within you, and when you're beginning to merge them in there, there is something happens in there. You become this, I don't want to say indestructible force, but you become more strong within your own self, within the energies, with the flow, with the synchronizations, and everything that it comes with it. You're reaching at that point of higher level of understanding because you are balanced, not because you are imbalanced inside of yourself. That equilibrium, hopefully pronounced it right, begins to have its practical meaning, not just learning there, because you're learning that the path is just do it. And by just doing it, you're proving on yourself, not to others. The biggest part that you need to prove to yourself is you. In that moment, your higher self will not going to fight the lower self because you're proving yourself in a base of this spiritual learnings that came to you that you're going to perform them. That's what those energy, the one is pointing up and the other one is pointing down. Just first you learn and then perform. And when I do that in there, there is a balance, satisfactions, peace, tranquility, uh, internal energies of your soul. It's happy in there. And that internal energies brings this peaceful things inside of you. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of you, you begin to understand that what's going on inside of you, it is more important. And then that balance begins to work within yourself. This is why the balance is the key. Nothing else but the balance is the key. I was wanted to bring the Ankh in there, the Egyptian Ankh, and that's what represents in a way for it. Even the Egyptians was creating the scales. They have that scales in there, which represents Libra. Not to put myself up in there in the skies, and so on and so on. But talking about this balance within your mind, within your heart, within your soul, within the physical, within yourself, and the energies of the universe, as you go within the river of life, then you understand it. Let me just say, what is that river of life? The river of life, that is the Nile, and the Egyptians in there, the life that you're beginning from somewhere, beginning in your journey. You can go through everything until you reach out till the end. But where is the end? There is no end. You just transfer from one thing to another, to another, to another, and you keep evolving and evolving and evolving in there. So, if you guys have so many questions, you may ask, but I will post that picture here on the YouTube. I want to try to upload that picture there with the post for it. Just every time things goes out of balance, see what is not out of balance within you. See what the next step is there for you. Because when you reach the balance, you're going to be understanding you. First of all, you want to understand you. not others, you. And then you're going to begin to learning that you begin from the student to teacher by learning yourself. And the same principle, if you're a teacher and you're finding this, you're mastering yourself, you begin to the path of self mastery. That is it. When the balance is gonna comes in and play to you. People don't look at it that deeply. They only look at it in so many places, so many outside sources, outside things inside of it. They forget to think about within in there. And as I was seeing at this diagram, it's like a universe were trying to tell me, look deeper, dear. I'm like, what do you mean look deeper? I'm already looking at deeper in there. This point right here at the center, that is the union. That is the union of those four energies inside of you. Your energy of life, your energy of spirit, with the energy of the spirit that it comes in from above, and also the energy of performance of art to yourself. At that moment, that is a union moment when the heavens touching the earth. And when you make that, and imagine that those lines in there, they're not curved lines anymore. They're one straight line. You begin to understand that that straight line, it's made out of exactly these dots. These dots become one straight line. It's the same way when you unified the energies within you, the masculine and the feminine, because that's what represents that represents all the positive, the good and the bad. And you understand that the good's teaching you how the things are in the other end. The bad things you how the things are in the other end. So you can make a balance. It's the same thing, the feminine, the masculine energies in there within you. Okay. If you look at it, the one represents the masculine energy, the other represents the feminine energy. This is so universal formula in there that you can go in there and find all your answers. Still, the answer is going to be a one thing that's going to ask you balance because he's unifying and asking you what can we do together because you're unifying this for within. And when you're reaching this balance, that the dots, even if you look at it up here, these little dots, I gotta get better. Soon I'm gonna get, soon I have a surprises for you guys, but soon as when you put this, there you go. You put this dot and this dot more and more smaller. This difference here begins smaller than those dots in here. It's your job to connect. That is your journey. That is in your journey that you're gonna go through it because through that journey, that unifications begins to work. You begin to understand the holiness within you. When you operate both from the left and the right brain. And that is, if you look at it, to some of you, go check it out, the eye of Ra and the eye of Horus. Just a little homework for you guys. And put some comments below. Because your balance is going to bring balance coming out of you. It's going to be giving the balance to other people. Now, you don't pick it up what's outside of you, but the outside of you picks it up from you. And then they begin to be balanced. Then the world begins in balance. You begin in balance with the universe. The universe begins in balance within you. The void in the universe begins in balance. And that balance is that force of evolution that is inside of you that brings you to even higher existence of understanding. And then life is beautiful. It's not just this existence because you unified yourself, you unified everything within you, and you unified the heaven with the earth. Then you live in balance. That's all I had for you guys. So if you guys have so many questions, great. If not, hopefully this message will get you. Hopefully you are gonna be digging deep, deep than that. Because in this little thing, because there's so much information since in there that I was blown away. I was blown away because the answers was there. I was seeking it when I was missing, what I was getting. It comes into the place that the last place you are going to be thinking about it. But it is what it is. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Let's share the love and the light. Love you guys. And I will come back and talk to you soon. Okay, thank you. Thanks, brother. When the balance is within you, without codependent, you're living a joy and your vision or personal journey. But sharing this joy in life with the energy in me is something else. It's sharing exactly in there because of when you sharing the things for it, when you do it, don't forget that part, do it. Okay, because when you look the diagram in there, the energy is always asking you about the one thing, and that is do it. You to do the things. It begins to do it within a spirit, within a soul. It begins to do it within your mind. Then from your mind, you accepted that within your heart. And then within your heart, you accept it within the body. And then you perform actions in the physical world. And then those actions of the physical world, when they are performed, you're striving for another high. Then you go in there, another high. But when you put all this in balance, you coexisted within all those energies in the moment. What is this moment? I was talking to you guys. The present. Because the one presents the past, the other presents the future. If you look at it the same way in astrology, that is a thank you, Paulina. Thank you, darling. And the same way, that is the south and the north node. They're pointing towards each other. There. That diagram is something else. There is something a little bit more advanced in there. But begin to understand the infinity within you. That when you unify this, those lines that come together to the infinity. Wow, that's new things. But it is what it is, guys. Okay. Love you. Be love. If you have any questions in there, please ask, please comments, and I will be happy to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to do another video, and I will have to personally thank to Karen about it for it because she suggested it to talk about it, and I will do some special video for you guys tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to be busy, but I will make some time to make it. So that's all I have for you. Balance and love.